Welcome to another video edition of Notes from the North, the blog you should be reading, but apparently you're not, so I have to talk to you this way. Glad to have you with me. Over the years, we all have gone through different levels of school. We have to go to education because that's just kind of where it's at. It's a law at some point, but college and beyond is all an option. And I remember being in math class, and Mrs. Shea's, I think it was Mrs. Shea was my teacher in 5th grade, and I hated math. I didn't get it. I still don't get most of it. I'm glad they invented calculators, let's put it that way. And my dad was a banker, so it was kind of embarrassing. Anyway, I'm in 5th grade math class, and you got to go through all the fractions and learn all those and memorize them. And the one thing I remember most was 12 times 12 is 144. I don't know why, it just stuck in my head. 12 times 12 is 144. It's a linear number, doesn't change ever. It's always 12 times 12 is 144. So as the years have gone on, I realized that there is the linear way of learning math, which is numbers equal the same result no matter what. But then there's this other math that has become very, very prevalent to me and very important, actually much more important than Mrs. Shea's 5th grade class, God rest her soul. I'm talking about human math. Human math is this thing that we're actually involved in. So again, if I took 12 times 12 and went to Taiwan, even though they might say it different, it'd still be 144, whether it was in Cleveland or Cairo. For each of us, though, human math means we have this number that is indeterminate at the end. There's no guarantee for 144 for me. There's not even a guarantee for 100. But we live with a linear mindset in a very, very fluid world, thinking that it should add up and it doesn't. So when we have to go to say goodbye to people who were in their teens or in their 20s or 30s, it's very difficult because we were never taught this. So let me give you a little human math for a little bit of perspective. The average person lives to be 77.6 years of age in this country, men and women combined. And if you take it and round it out to 365 days a year, that's 28,324 days you have to be alive. I didn't stutter, that's what you get. 28,324 days just to be alive. Pretty neat, huh? Little tiny blue ball floating in space, that's all you get, if you're lucky. Some people get a lot more, some people get a little less, and I don't know why. Nobody else does either. So here's some more math for you. I'm going to use myself as an example. I've been alive 55 years. I know. I feel it. You take that 55 times 365, you got 20,075 days. I've burned up already. I don't know where they're at. I have no clue who took them, but they're gone. So if I'm really lucky, I got about 8,000 days left. Didn't like it. But I could make a difference by knowing it. The linear number, 12 times 12, 144, can't change a thing. But what I can do to this number, that's the human math number, mine being down 8,000 and counting, I can add value to it. It's all I can do. It's like compound interest. I can add value to my day, even though I have no control over how the number goes. I might not get back tonight. But the bottom line is this: if I add value now, I can make sure that those days that I do have left, they have greater impact, not only in my life, but the lives of people around me. So I think about how long we get on the planet, and consider this. Jesus the Christ did all the work he needed to do in 12,045 days. Joan of Arc, big figure in history, 6,935 days she was on the planet. Martin Luther King Jr. said, I have a dream. He got 14,235 days to get it done. Diane Fossey said, look at these gorillas in the mist. Pretty cool, huh? 19,345 days. That's all she had to get her work done. John F. Kennedy, right? Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. He only had 16,790 days to get that done. And we walk around thinking we got forever. We don't. So it's a wake-up call. Get a calculator, figure out how long you've been on the planet. It's a little bit of a bump in the road, but here's what will happen. It may not add years to your life to know this, but I guarantee you this, it'll add life to your years.